All right, welcome in everyone. Thank you for being at FIA's fourth annual Raise the Bar Awards. Give yourself a round of applause for coming out and making it. Thank you so much. If everybody can slowly come grab your seat and make sure you got food, make sure you got a mocktail from the back. And anyone that needs any help with interpretation, make sure you grab somebody with the FIA shirt or Raise the Bar that looks like they might know what they're doing and ask them, okay? If not, there's a table out in the front if you have to leave and go all the way over there, okay? All right. So we're going to get started in now, right? Well, first of all, I just want to say that I commend every single one of you that are here, not just to be here to have a good time. I know it's spring break for some of us. This is the last day of school for my kids, so we don't have to be here, but I'm so glad we're here to celebrate the schools in Oakland. So give yourself a round of applause for that, to celebrate Oakland schools tonight.
All right, so I'll get each other started off. Good evening, everyone. Again, like Vivica said, this is our fourth annual Raise the Bar ceremony, hosted by Learning Without Limits. Again, we want to give a big shout out to them for letting us host this.
Absolutely. We're so excited to see everyone in the room this evening. And as you all know, we're here to celebrate Oakland schools who are raising the bar for A through G math and ELA proficiency for our Black and brown students. Let's give a big round of applause for all the school leaders, teachers, counselors, and all the other community leaders who work at a school and make it possible. All right, so before we get started, we want to make sure that we're going to introduce a couple of people in the room. But before we do that and we introduce everybody that we have in the room, me and Benjamin are going to introduce ourselves really briefly, okay?
All right, hello. So my name is Benjamin Seja. I'm a senior at Oakland High School and been with Families in Action for over 2 years. So I became a youth leader so I can make a difference for students that look like me, come from the same community. And so yeah, over my past 2 years with FIA, I've led 10 A through G workshops, participated in multiple local elections, hosted research action meetings to build a relationship with elected officials, and I was fortunate enough to travel to Washington, D.C. to advocate for quality education. And I know our voices can make a difference.
That's right.
So they can make a difference in Oakland, right, for our students. And because we have so much potential, right? But the problem is that there are not enough support systems for us that are being implemented, right? So just half of our Black and brown students are graduating and even eligible to apply for a four-year college, which is unacceptable. And often, our students are left in the dark with the requirements. So once they learn about these, it's already too late. Senior year, junior year, you're already more than halfway done with the school year. And this is why I joined FIA, and I believe that we must have access to college in my community and for students that look like me.
That's right. That's right. Now, I know Benji's being a really real modest, but Benji's a really, really dope youth leader. He's always out here having A through G workshops at other schools. He's always bringing in more students. Like, come on, we got to really fight. So let's give a big shout out to Benji for doing this work. Youth leader and a senior in high school. All right. My name is Vivica Ecoy Walton. I am a parent leader at Cox Academy, Deep East Oakland, with an amazing fourth grader named Carter. And I'm also a family organizer with FIA. And so last year, myself, along with a couple of other parents that are in this room, we led a 10-month-long campaign to secure $28 million in Prop 51 funding to make sure that our child's school was getting renovated. And my son is a fourth grader, so he's not going to see the renovations. But it wasn't about my son seeing them. It was about all the children that walk through that door every day that now, because of what we did, will be able to have a safe facility and have a new playground to play on in the next coming years. So that made me feel real good. So since being involved with FIA, I've been honored to receive the Rachel Willis Henry Parent Leader of the Year Award. I've led parent leadership institutes and literacy institutes to help other parents learn how to support their child's education at home. Too many parents don't have access to the tools and the resources necessary, and I really want to change that. In Oakland, only 2 in 10 Black and brown students read at grade level. I'm here because I know that reading is a freedom and access to opportunities. BIA is here to help every parent learn their power and the confidence that they need to take control of their child's education.
All right, y'all. Powerful parent at Cox Academy and youth parent leader at FIA. I don't know, y'all. She got a great story, amazing person, she's making the change in our communities. So I want to know if y'all fired up.
That's right.
All right, let's get this show started. First, I want to start off. Let's give a FIA. We do a woo woo. So on the count of 3, y'all gonna scream out woo woo. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Woo woo. Let's do it again. Let's do it again.
I think we can do better than that, right? Because this is monumental for FIA. We are known for our woo woos, okay? Every institute, okay? So let's do that again. Come on.
All right, 1, 2, 3. Woo woo. That was strong. That was strong.
That was better.
All right,
and let's make sure we keep that in our pocket because we're going to do that a couple more times, maybe a lot more times this evening, okay? All right, so I'm giving you a warning, okay?
All right, let's get started. We got some celebration to do tonight.
Yes, we do. And before we do pass it on to our amazing leaders that are going to celebrate some of these schools, I want to personally make sure that we celebrate some of our VIPs that are in the room. So we have the Honorable Jorge Lerma, our D5 OUSD School Board member. Mr. Lerma, you stand. And we also have the Honorable Dr. Cliff Thompson, my D7 OUSD School Board representative. We want to welcome Alameda County Board of Education President Jonathan Cole in the building. And the Honorable Noel Gallo, who is the District 5 City Council member in the building as well. We have Haley Hester, who is the Chief of Staff for City Council member Treva Reed. We have some amazing community partners here as well, everyone. And because we can't do this work FIA by ourselves, right? So please stand up, all of our community partners. We have Energy Converters. And then we have Oakland Promise. We have Agency by Design. We have State of Black Education. We have Brave School Voices. We have Hidden Genius Project. The Rise East, Oakland Undivided, Contra Costa County Charter Coalitions in the house as well. We have WELO, we have the Rogers Foundation that is also in the house with us. We have East Bay Asian Youth Center, the Warriors Foundation, the Rannon Foundation, and CanBR Thrive that's in the house. Thank you so much to our community partners that make this work worth it with us as well. All right. So we also want to shout out, let's see, before I move on, right? We have a lot of school leaders and educators in the house. And without you all, that this work that we do is impossible because we know it starts with you in the classroom with our children. So if you're an educator in the room or a school leader in the room, can you please stand up so we can celebrate you? Oh, yeah. That's right. All school leaders. Yes, that's right. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you for your hard work you do every day for our children. And most of all, right, we want to also recognize our parents and our students in the room. If you're a parent and you have a student in Oakland, can you stand up for us so we can appreciate you? Woo. That's right. Look at all those parent leaders all around. And it makes me so happy to say that a lot of these parents that are standing up actually do work with FIA as well. They're in an institute. They've been advocating with us. So it's really good to be back in community and family, okay? Together, we are a powerful movement. So thank you for standing and thank you for being here for Raising the Bar.
All right. It feels good seeing all y'all beautiful faces being here, I want to say I'm proud of y'all, but next, I'm excited to get us going. I want to pass it on to one of our amazing leaders to share our FIA credential. Please give a warm welcome to Stefisha Ecloy Walton.
All right. Now, before I hand the mic over to Miss Stefisha, I got another special guest. We want to make sure that we recognize that we saw in the room. We have Megan Sweet from the Alameda School Board. All right. Thank you so much. All right, Stefisha.
Thank you, thank you. How's everybody feeling? Good. Okay, you guys. My name is Stefisha Ecoy Walton. I'm a parent leader and a community volunteer organizer, and I'm excited to be here with you guys tonight. Okay, so I live in Deep East Oakland, and my son, which is sitting right in this audience, goes to Cox Academy. Shout out to all my Cobras, right? Yes. Okay. Look, y'all have some school pride. I'm a parent leader with the FLC, and if I can be honest, the one thing that I remember vividly as a child is my education being micromanaged. And as a child, I didn't actually like it, but it wasn't until I got older that I realized the importance of it. And I feel like until we get back to micromanaging our students' education, they're going to continue to fall through the cracks. So I'm grateful for my mentors because they're the reason that I had the opportunity to go to college on a scholarship. They're the reason that I had the opportunity to take, great career opportunities. So at the end of the day, my job as a community leader is to make sure that I maintain my stance as a literacy advocate and make sure that I bring other parents with me, right? And I need to make sure that I bridge the gap for our students as they transition to the next phase of education because somebody did it for me. So if I don't come back and do that, then I'm letting them down. So this is why I volunteer with FIA, and this is why I do the work for A through G, because if our students are graduating, but they aren't able to get accepted to college, then we are totally not raising the bar. It needs to be synonymous. So let me tell you who FIA is. Yeah, clap it up, because we need to make sure that that's synonymous, okay? Okay, so look, let me talk to you about who FIA is. FIA is an organization, an amazing organization, okay? FIA is a parent and a youth-led organization aimed in 45 charter and district schools within Oakland. Clap it up. That's a lot of ground space, okay? So since FIA was founded in 2019, they've been responsible for training, let me see, over 500 parents and student leaders, okay? So clap that up. Our parents get some of the best education from FIA. So if you are a parent who needs to understand how to properly educate your kids and understand the data, get with FIA, okay? So we're motivated by the reality, as you heard, that 2 out of 10 of all of our Black and brown students read at grade level. That's not okay. And then only 1 out of 10 of Black and brown students do math at grade level. That's even further from okay, right? So we as a community need to make sure that we're standing up to do better. Our children deserve a whole lot better. So as we move forward, we need to make sure that as we're in this space with FIA, we remember that our children deserve equitable access to quality education. And that's why as we move forward to lead, and as we move forward in this grassroots education, we want everybody to champion this resolution that's coming forth because that's the only way that we move our children towards their learning outcomes. So if you with me tonight, and if you excited, we're going to get back to this woo woo. So on a count of 3, can I get a woo woo? 1, 2, 3. Woo woo. All right, let me bring my host back up to the stage, please, Benji. Yes.
Oh, yo, Stefisha with the important facts you already know. All right. All right, so let's give another field woo for Stefisha. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Woo woo. All right, so now we would like to invite 2 of the founders of FIA, Kimmy King and Dr. Charles Cole, to share a bit of our vision statement. They will be joined by the OUSD Superintendent Vanessa Cifuentes and Leroy Gaines.
Thank you so much. Vanessa got a promotion. That was so exciting. Good evening, everyone. Oh, no. Wait a minute. Good evening, everyone. I'm going to bring our experts up to the stage. We're so delighted you are here. My name is Kimmy Keene. Just a little bit about me. I was a high school dropout here in Oakland, and I truly had to crawl my own way back into my education and get to college. And for the last 25 years, I've been trying to figure out how do we make sure we have schools and systems and parent capacity so that no single child slips through the cracks like I did when I was a kid. Tonight, we're here for 2 reasons. One, because as a city, We deserve to be honest about where we are. We cannot pretend we do not know that 8 out of 10 Black and brown students are not yet reading at grade level in our city. When we are able to confront that, we can actually move forward. Are you with me? I know I'm speaking to the crowd here. And the second reason is I want to say we got to do better. We got to focus, right? If we're not focused on those things, we're not going to move it forward. But the second thing is this room is filled with people who are getting the job done for Black and brown students. And it behooves us to celebrate you, to learn what you are doing, and to make sure we are putting all of our energy as citywide leaders into making sure we know how to do this for more Black and brown kids in our city. I had to give the prompt. All right. So I have some awesome co-hosts. Dr. Charles Cole and I were two of the founders of FIA many years ago, 5 years ago. And we have some amazing experts here with us to really tell us, why does A through G matter? Why does reading at grade level even matter? Like, shouldn't we just be happy? Come on, let's just love it. Dr. Charles Cole, give it up.
Yes, thank you. Let me switch places with you. No, come this way. Come this way. You good? Did you get your hand on the microphone? It's going great. It's going to be great. Can y'all give it up for Kimmy King one more time, please? See that little person with all that energy? Can you match her energy? Can you give it up for her, please? Do you know how hard it is to start an organization in Oakland? It's not easy. It's very difficult. So we do have two incredible experts. I've had the pleasure of working with both of these people and learning from both of these people. And we're going to talk about two things. One is going to be A through G, and the other is going to be about proficiency. And before I throw it to Ms. Vanessa about A through G, just really quickly, right? Like, we live in a place where we have been bragging about, we got 90% of Black kids is graduating and this is happening. But then when you start to bust that down and how many of them are A through G eligible, that number cuts. How many of those Latino kids are eligible? It cuts. And just a quick anecdote about why this is so important to me. One of my best friends went to Mac, worked hard. I graduated 01, he graduated 02. He wanted to join me at Cal State Hayward, got his grades up, over a 3.0 when he graduated. But he couldn't finish the application because he wasn't A through G eligible. And the first time he heard about A through G eligibility was when he got denied because of it. And in 2001, what happened? Those towers dropped. So my friend did what a lot of Black kids do and brown kids do. He enlisted in the service and ended up doing 2 tours in Iraq and 1 in Afghanistan. Now, by the grace of God, he's here. He's healthy. He's a father, and his kids are doing great. But what if that didn't go that way? We would have sent somebody off to die because they didn't understand these policies. But we are interrupting that and breaking into that. So we have Ms. Vanessa Cifuentes to tell us a little bit more about A through G and the efforts being made.
Well, first of all, good evening, muy buenas tardes. Thank you for having me. So my name is Vanessa Cifuentes. I am the high school network superintendent, not the superintendent. But thank you for the promotion, young man. I appreciate it. And I really have to appreciate the opportunity to share a little bit with you about why A through G matters. So I think we all know an organization like FIA really connects families and helps families and students understand that A through G on a technical level is a set of classes that you have to take in order to be eligible to go to a 4-year college, right? Like, very plainly, that's what A through G is. You take these classes and you are checking a box and you can go to a 4-year college. But more importantly, A through G to me represents a set of opportunities. So it's about opening doors for young people for whom we already face lots of barriers. My personal experience is very similar to Dr. Charles. I had the opportunity to go to college and experience lots of wonderful things because I had people looking out for me, helping me understand what it took to get to college or to just do whatever it was that I wanted to do after high school. My siblings are not so lucky. I come from a family of 5 kids, and not all of my siblings got that same level of care and attention. Nobody was looking out for them. My parents, they came to this country from Mexico. We were trying to survive. And we needed to have systems that made sure that all of us had the opportunity to be eligible and to really make choices. So A through G for me it's my job, yes, as the high school superintendent, it's my job to make sure that as many and all of our students in OUSD, particularly our Black and Brown students, have more opportunities, that we increase those A to G rates. But more importantly, it's a personal passion of mine because I want to see more students who look like me, who look like my nieces and nephews. I want to see more kids of color. I want to see more students who are the first in their family to graduate from high school to really have choices. And if their choice is to go to college, they need to be prepared. If their choice is to go to a 2-year school, if they want to go straight into the workforce, if they want to create their own business, they need to have those options. We shouldn't be limiting their future because we're not able to prepare them for what's ahead. So A through G is a very important requirement, but it's also a right that our students have. And so my hope is that, we continue to partner with organizations and spread the word more throughout OUSD about why that work matters, and have more people supporting those initiatives to make sure that more and more students are aware and that families are aware, and then we can support them to access more of these resources.
Thank you, Vanessa. Can y'all clap it up for Vanessa, please? Now, before I move on to my very debonair brother right here, it says I get to banter about proficiency and significance. It says it. It says it gave me permission to banter a little bit. But Vanessa just talked about why A through G was important. Now we're going to talk about why proficiency is important. There's a lot of grade inflation across this country. Let me tell you what I think that means, right? Like, that's me graduating with a 382 GPA and getting to college and being remedial everything. That's kids having a 4.0 GPA, but being 4 grade levels behind on reading and 6 grade levels behind on math. It's not okay. So much so that in FIA and in energy converters, when we train parents, we train them to ask, hey, I see this grade, but is my baby proficient? And if they're not proficient, what's the plan to get them to proficiency? We have parents leaving crying because they feel like they've been failing their kids for 5, 6, 10 years because they didn't know to ask that. But why should they know to ask that? Because the grade said, hey. So, Leroy, can you do us a favor and just let us know why proficiency is so important and significant and just the work you all have been doing around it? And can y'all clap it up for Leroy Gaines, please? One of the dopest educators Oakland, California has ever seen. I'm just saying, bro, when you ran the school was busted.
That's all. I think that's it. I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to tarnish. I want you guys to leave with that image of me. No, it's interesting you called it expert to be up here because I think one thing is what Charles just shared is something that we all know. And not to say anything about A through G requirements, but for me, the A through G that's the ground level, right? That's about like, okay, this is where we need to get our kids to at least already have access. Other story, what Charles is saying is real because I experienced that. And just going through school, getting those A's, that's really subjective. That's about your relationship to your teacher. I've seen people get A's just for sitting and being quiet, not causing hell in the classroom. But to be able to sit there and to be able to pass the courses, get into college, and be able to not just get into the college and get into a 4-year, but to stay in a college, right? You have to have a set of, we have to be able to prepare our kids to do that. And I think, this isn't, sometimes we think about college and we're in the system and we're like, okay, that's when we get to 9th grade. But really, we're thinking about that. We know about how important it is to start that in pre-K, sometimes in TK, right? To get our kids set up so that they are successful. We're really fortunate. I think, most of it we all know about the Common Core standards. And for me, that was actually a blessing. It was really tough. It was a blessing because it was the first time that we were saying, there's standards that were backwards mapped from what you need to be able to do in college all the way down to pre-K. To say, if you do this in pre-K, then kinder, you should be able to do this. And then 1st grade, you should be able to do this. And then in 8th grade, you should be able to do this, right? It's really laid out for us. And it's guided us as a system to say, if that's the case, then our curriculum should match this. Then our training for teachers should match this, right? Then our grades and our report cards should match this. And that's really the work that we've been doing in Oakland, in OUSD, is that we've realized this now, and we realize it's been what I would call like the Wild West in OUSD. Every school has been doing their little flavor. It's very Oakland, right? We all do our little flavor on this, right? But now we're saying, actually, there's a science to this. There's a way, and we know it. We owe the children in Oakland a chance, which means that we need to give these curriculums a chance. We need to be more standardized. We need to be able to follow the sort of steps and progressions and make sure our kids are there. I think the one thing that is missing, and Charles did mention this, one thing we can do better and we need to do better is we need our families to know this. And we need our families to understand how to ask those questions of the teachers, of the principal, and to demand that their kids are proficient. We also need, and it trickles down, we need folks to, and then I think during COVID, I had family members who were like, we don't believe in the vaccine. And I was like, that's problematic, and I'm not going to visit you. And they were saying, they were saying, we don't have COVID if I don't test. And I think about that when I think about education, is our kids are proficient, our kids are doing fine if we don't test them, if we don't check, if we're not looking for that proficiency. And our families think that too. Oh, if we get it, they're fine, right? But I think it's for us, like we need our families to understand how we're assessing, how we're grading. We need to be more transparent because we need to flag that so we can address it and come up with a vaccine for this illiteracy that we're seeing in our city. So with that, thank you all for coming out. I'm so excited. This is a time of celebration because, like I said, and Kimmy said, we all are all doing that work. We can do it. We're going to do it better every year. But right now, it's time for us to reflect and to celebrate. So thank you so much.
Thank you all so much. We're gonna bring Vivica back up, and then y'all get to hear my mouth more later on.
Thank you so much, experts. Can we give a good round of applause for Dr. Cole, Kimmy, and our expert? All right, good. That was some good information, right? So now, we got the experts on the stage. Now let's also hear from some of our leaders. We have some youth leaders and a parent leader that's going to come up, right? And we're leading the way and inspiring. And when we do the work that we do as parents, it's really, it can be hard sometimes. We got to prepare, right? So I just want you guys to give them a round of applause when they get up. So I have Jesus Ordaz coming up, and then I also have Amir Thomas and Marlene Garcia, that is a parent from here, Learning Without Limits.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jesus Ordaz, and I'm a current senior at Oakland Unity High School. And I've actually been involved with FIA because it comes from a passion of wanting my community to have quality education. I am an older brother, so I kind of want to have that for my younger siblings. And I believe that involving more families in our organization is a key factor in creating an impact. So let's foster together, let's come together and foster an impact in our community. Thank you.
Buenas noches a todos. Mi nombre es Marlene García, licenciada en Educación Especial, madre de Ángel y Oliver que van en esta escuela. Como mamá líder de lectura, he reclutado a padres para que participen en nuestra campaña de literatura, de lectura en Lead for Literacy. He facilitado capacitaciones de liderazgo en torno a datos académicos y he dirigido caminatas en las aulas. He aprendido a asociarme con mis líderes escolares y con otros padres en torno a los datos. Ha sido transformador no solo para mi liderazgo, sino para nuestra comunidad escolar. Ese es el impacto que FIA ha tenido en mí.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Marlene Garcia. I am licensed in special education in the area of hearing and language. I'm a mom of 2 children here at this school, Learning Without Limits. I'm Heather Oliver. And the reason that I fight as a parent leader is because I want not only my children, but every child in Oakland to receive the quality education they deserve. Through my participation in Families in Action, I have participated in 6 reading-focused literacy institutes, where I have learned that we as parents have the power to change the academic data our children currently have. As a parent literacy leader, I've recruited parents to participate in our literacy reading campaign, facilitated leadership trainings around academic data, and led classroom walkthroughs with other parents. I have learned how to partner with my school leaders and how to connect with other parents around data. That has been transformative not only for my own leadership, but for our school community. That is the impact that FIA has had on me.
Cuando se trata de lectura, las escuelas públicas en Oakland están 14 puntos porcentuales detrás del estado. En lo que respecta a los resultados de lectura de los estudiantes, esto significa que alrededor de 3.3 de cada 10 estudiantes en Oakland puede leer y comprender la lectura al nivel de grado. En todo el estado, alrededor del 50% de los niños leen a nivel de grado. ¡Wow! Esto es inaceptable. Eso tiene que cambiar ahora. Esta pandemia en la educación debemos erradicarla. El tiempo es ahora para poner a nuestros niños a nivel de grado en lectura, ya que entre más tiempo pase, enfrentarán una mayor dificultad para lograr estar a nivel.
When it comes to reading, Oakland Public Schools are 14 percentage points behind the state. This means that about 3.3 of 10 students in Oakland are able to read and comprehend their reading on grade level. Statewide, only 50% of children read on grade level. Wow, this is unacceptable. That has to change now. We must eradicate this pandemic in education. The time is now to set our children up to be on grade level in reading, because as they get older, they face greater difficulty in getting to grade level.
Our students need to excel at math to manage their own finances, but also to succeed in STEM careers. But in Oakland, white and Asian students' proficiency rates are at least 38% higher than African American, Latinx, low-income students, students in special education, and English learners. And math data has barely changed in the past 8 years. We need to solve these equity gaps.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Amir Thomas, and I'm a junior at Oakland High School. I'm in the pathway Law, Social, and Justice. I represent my fellow African American students at Oakland High. My mission is that every student who wants to go to college gets the chance to do so. One way I've been leading this effort at my school is by leading student-led workshops with my peers over there. For our fellow 9th and 10th grade at Oakland High School. Thanks to the efforts thanks to efforts like Measure, NH, and Consider Focus on College Readiness, OUSD graduation rates are up by nearly 20 percentage points since 2013 for Black students and have reached 76% for Latin students, 78% for low-income students, and 72% for students in special education. Students are graduating, but are they ready for college? 84% of Asian students and 79% of white students are graduating eligible to attend California State colleges or university, while just 67% of Latinx students and 55% Black students and 44% of special education students are graduating eligible to attend a state college or university. I believe we're headed in the right direction, but we can't settle on where we are at. We need to continue to improve these A through G outcomes for our Black, Latinx, and special education students.
Wow, let's give them another round of applause. That's some powerful data that we have here.
It is definitely Amir. We cannot settle, Now for y'all in the audience, each of you have access to our digital race on the table. You guys can please scan the QR code, share with your friends, families, educators, counselors, anybody, get the word out. Make sure you guys are aware of this data and other people are well.
Absolutely. Definitely make sure you scan that. And one thing that I really appreciate about this report is because it brings light to the ongoing issues that are happening in Oakland, especially around education. And now we're going to get to the exciting part, right? You guys want to see some celebrations now? I don't think you guys are excited. Do y'all want to hear some celebrations now? So now I'm gonna bring back Kimmy and Charles so that they can start off our celebration with our A through G schools.
All right, so it is time to celebrate. It definitely is. I almost went black church. It's time to get. I did not do that. It's fine. Old school Oakland, baby. But it's time to celebrate these A through G Raise the Bar awardees. So let's just give a big round of applause and just show some love. Let's just do it right now because there's a lot of schools we're gonna name. Not enough, but it's gonna be a lot. So start clapping for them right now for me. Now, Kimmy is about to give instructions, which is very important.
Educator moment. We have to, routines, right? No, seriously, we do have so many schools to celebrate. What I'd love to do is if you know that you are an A through G school who's going to be celebrated for your A through G outcomes for Black or Latino students, please stand up. And I want you to come, to this side and get lined up over here. So all the schools that are here to be celebrated for A through G, stand up, move on to that side so you're ready to come on up. We're going to call you. We are going to take a big group photo, fill up the stage first, and then you can fill up the front of the stage. All right. Smooth transitions. You got to ask for what you need.
I think so.
You know what I mean? However, are you ready to celebrate some amazing college eligibility?
Yes.
Let's go.
I love that little kid right there. I love that, yeah.
That was the real yeah.
All right, so this is who's getting these awards. These are schools that have 80% or more A through G graduation, okay? Yes, so we're gonna do Black and Latino. I'm gonna start with Latino, actually. Oh, Black is up there first. I'm starting with Black. Didn't see that. All right, there are 3 schools. Ames College Prep High, Envision Academy for Arts and Technology,
Come on up.
and Latitude 37.8 High.
Come on.
Yes, I'm gonna just keep going. Y'all be
Up to
safe.
the stage.
Get up
Right
here.
up here. Right up here. Up to the stage.
All right, there's a few more for Latinx schools, so I'm gonna go ahead and start. Ames College Prep High, Arise High, East Bay Innovation Academy, LPS Oakland R&D Campus,
Okay.
Oakland Charter High, Oakland Unity High, Envision Academy for Arts and Technology, OUSD Coliseum College Prep Academy, Bay Area Technology,
Come on.
Lighthouse Community Charter High, Oakland School for the Arts, Aspire Lionel Wilson College Preparatory,
Come on.
and Latitude 37.8 High.
Woo. Oh my gosh, Wilney has one child on each arm and is also being celebrated. Let's give it up for our A through G. 80% or better. Let's keep clapping it up for these beautiful people. Squeeze in real quick. Squeeze in, squeeze in. We're going to take one quick group photo. Tight as we can. Look at these good looking people. So proud. We got to figure out how to emulate the success. If you are with me, say raise the bar. And the bowl. Raise the bowl, raise the bar. Let's do it. One more huge round of applause for our 80% or more. Some of these schools have 100% of Black or Latino students with A through G.
Yes.
Thank you, A through G. We would love for you to take school photos over here so you can keep flowing this way and give them a round of applause as they exit stage left.
Yes, everybody use the stairs. Don't nobody jump down and break that. We ain't got you.
Yes. No, we can't break these people.
No.
They're getting great A through G results.
No, yes. Last year, some tried to.
Jump, it was
I
scary. It was scary.
Don't
Don't
do
do
it.
that. Don't do that. We actually lost our stairs and had to buy new ones. Well, I'm excited though, because having been a school leader, quite a coyote over here. let's go to the next slide, because what you might not know, peace in the hallway, Glenview, I was a Glenview parent. Here's what I also want to say. There are schools that are making outsized improvements. These are schools that are not going up a little bit. These are schools that are making leaps and bounds. They might not all be at the goal yet, but we want to acknowledge our extraordinarily high improving schools for A through G. Can you come? Some of you are going to be coming back this way from over there. Can you join me in celebrating Aspire Golden State Preparatory Academy? Come on up. Oakland School for the Arts. 32% increase for Latino students, 26% increase at OSA and Aspire. Lionel Wilson College Prep, come on up, 25% improvement. Come back up, come on, double dipping, get back up here. And what I also want to say is we want to see more schools improving in this way, right? You already have your certificate. You can just get right back on the stage. Same certificate, come on again. I get 5 certificates. And here's what I want to say. Joining them is OUSD, Madison Park Academy, with 45% more Black students completing this year. Can every school do that? Madison Park, what are your secrets? Come on up if you are here. If not, we will catch you on the backside. All right, our improvement schools, give them one more round of applause. Great job, folks. All right, how'd you feel about that?
I felt good. I think being able to honor those people and their hard work and dedication, because it doesn't happen overnight. So I'm glad we got to honor them. We got a lot of schools in Oakland, though, that's not up here, that's not listed, that our kids are in. And so I want to make sure that the reality of that, while we are celebrating people, we also know we are still in the state of emergency around making sure these kids get what they deserve.
That's why we're here. That's why we're here. All right. Thank you, Charles. All right. Next up, I'm wondering how our school board members feel about what they're hearing, what they're seeing tonight. I'm wondering if we can invite Dr. Cliff Thompson and Director Jorge Lerma up to the stage and tell us how you are going to raise the bar, because it's not just for us. It's for these guys too. Can we give a round of applause? District 7, OUSD, Dr. Cliff Thompson. OUSD, newest member of the school board, but not new to Oakland, Jorge Ledma. And Director Ledma, I think you're going to kick us off tonight.
Gracias. Thank you for allowing me to be here and for the invitation. As a school board member representing this area, all of you, I don't divide up the schools between charters and district. I just see parents. I see children. I see working class students. And this being here gives me hope that we could take this program, that we can have this celebration at every school in Oakland. That this is not a view of the future. This is not a view of a crystal ball. This is a reality that you are showing me the way. And the way we're going to do that, my colleague here is going to explain a very special resolution that we're going to be working with. But before that, I need your cooperation. We're all freedom fighters here tonight. We're fighting for our children. We're fighting for Oakland, for our safety. And so I would like to come back to each of your schools and have a personal conversation. But before that, I wanted to give the microphone to my colleague. Black and brown unity. People say, oh, we can't get along. No, we can get along. It's other people can't get along because not here. So I'm proud of our friendship. I'm proud of our solidarity, and I'm proud of all of us here. Thank you.
Director Jorge, what do you have to say about it, Dr. Thompson?
A couple of things. First of all, my colleague and I work together very closely, and we're both aligned in terms of making sure that all students have the opportunity to do what they need to do to get to a 4-year education. With that said, we have decided that we're going to introduce a resolution. And this resolution is called Raising the Bar. We want to raise the bar for every single student in Oakland going to either a charter school or a district school. We want to make sure that everyone has the opportunity to go to any college, university, or any type of community work that they want to do. It's up to all of us. So I am going to challenge everyone, as many people as possible. I want you to come out to the board meeting. The board meeting is going to be on the 24th of April. You will have an opportunity to actually hear the resolution. You will have the opportunity to hear board members actually discuss the resolution, and then you will have an opportunity to see the board members actually vote on a resolution to change the existing academic performance of all of the students in all of Oakland. So please come out on the 24th of April at 6 o'clock.
All right, give it up for Dr. Thompson and Director Jorge Lerma. Everybody gets to raise the bar, right? We all have a different way we can raise the bar. And sometimes we're a little unfocused at our school board meetings. So we're looking forward to that focus to come, right? Right?
Yes, absolutely.
You know what I'm talking about?
We need you all there to kind of make sure we stay on task at that meeting, because they'll talk about everything except your kids.
We got your back. We got your back, Director Ledma and Dr. Thompson. All right, who's ready for a little more celebrating? Let's do it.
All right, so are you ready for this new group?
I am ready for the new group because this new group is the next level. Leroy talked about A through G is kind of the foundation. It's kind of the parent. Like we got to complete those classes with a C- or better. But what we're now moving into is something really close to my heart. I was a principal, as a teacher, as a superintendent for 20 years. And we were always trying to figure out, how do we make sure our kids get to grade level and beyond? How do they have the kind of literacy and math schools that open the doors to any college, any career that they want to do? Who we are bringing up here are schools where Black students or brown students are meeting the California standard for ELA. We're going to do ELA first, and then we're going to go to math, because math is a little more distressing. So we're going to start with the good. The better news is we have more of those schools where Black and Latino students are really meeting the California standard.
All right, so I'm gonna start us off.
Please.
All right, so I'm gonna start us off. So what I'm about to name are the schools that are proficient in ELA. That's English Language Arts. Okay, that's reading on grade level. Y'all with me? All right, those schools are UMing Charter, Francophone Charter School of Oakland, American Indian Public Charter School, 2, Ames College Prep High, and Thornhill Elementary.
We gotta keep clapping. They gotta like arrive to clap. Your words are over there.
Can I tell you why they need to clap more?
Yeah, tell me why.
How many total schools do we have in Oakland?
We have 120 public schools in Oakland.
I named 5 schools where Black kids are proficient. So these are the 5 schools out of 120 plus where Black kids are performing at proficiency, where kids are not being failed. Can you clap it up for these 5 schools one more time?
Up to the stage, right on up, right on up. Come on up. Keep clapping. This is really important. We want to figure out how to do. You need to come in the middle. Come on, Annie. We want to figure out how to scale what you're doing, what you're learning, how you are uplifting our Black students. We are so appreciative of your work. Let's give it up for these beautiful people.
Now I'm gonna do the Latinx schools. UMing Charter, Montclair Elementary, Hillcrest, Crocker Highlands Elementary. Y'all can clap for these schools. Oakland School for the Arts, Sequoia Elementary, Cleveland Elementary, Oakland Unity High, Lighthouse Community Charter High, Thornhill Elementary, Chabot Elementary, and Envision Academy for Arts and Technology.
These are Oakland schools where Latino students are meeting the California standard for English language arts. A huge, huge deal. Congratulations. Keep it coming. So exciting. Come on over. Welcome. All right, audience, let's give them some love. Do we need a 1, 2, 3. That's how we feel about you. We give you the woo. We are so excited about you. Congratulations. Schools, we want you to go over there and take a school team picture. We want you to remember this evening, and we are so proud to learn from you, to celebrate you. Keep doing what you're doing. Thank you. All right. ELA. Great. Was it all you expected? It was like the Oscars, but it was like for ELA. All right, but you know me, I love improvement.
Yes, you do.
Yes, I do, because big improvement is a big deal. So we want to acknowledge schools that are making big strides, because if you're a school leader or a teacher in this room, you know you work your tail off trying to figure this stuff out. So we want to acknowledge schools where Black students improved double digits. That's a huge, huge accomplishment. Put your hands together. Latitude 37.8 high school. 36% gain. What? Ames College Prep High, 31% increase. North Oakland Community Charter, 31% increase. Francophone, 17%. Glenview Elementary, used to be a parent there, 12%. Oakland Military Academy College Prep. Come on up, all of you, come on up. It's the same schools, that's okay. Bring up your certificate, we want to acknowledge you again. Come on. Oakland Community Charter, all right. Huge, huge deal.
You know we were going to ask you to come up.
I know, she was like, should I go? Yes, this is your moment, right? You got to bask in the sunshine here. Let's give it up for these amazing schools where big strides are happening for our Black students. How do we figure out how to do more of this? No falling down. We can't lose you. You're doing too important of work. Congratulations. Wonderful. Please take more photos over there if you have not yet. Give it up for our these are our ELA improvement schools for Black students. Yes. Excellent. You want to do next?
You absolutely going to do the next one. But I will just say, for you folks that are repeating, you get to feel like Beyonce and Adele and getting multiple awards. Enjoy. Act the prize every time.
I like that.
Yes.
All right. How about for Latinx students, ELA improvement, double digit or better? Where is Lighthouse Community Charter High? Arise! High School! OMI! Oakland School for the Arts! Oakland Unity Middle! Envision Academy! Emerson Elementary! Bay Tech! And EBIA! Come on up! Give it up for these incredible schools where Latino students are. We are raising the bar for our Latino students. Huge, huge, huge. So, yeah, that's right. That's the spirit. You gotta pass down the high five, Carla. Yeah, pass it down. Yes. Show the love. Let's give it up for our high improving students of schools for ELA for Latino students. Wow. And let's do a woo woo. 1, 2, 3. That's what's up. That's what's up. Thank you guys. Have a great photo. We're ready to move on to math.
We are.
What are you going to say about math?
I'm going to say
You have a look on your face.
Yes,
You have
I
a
do.
look. Why do you have a look?
So what I'm going to say is the schools that we named for math, I'm extremely proud of, and you all should be too, because respectively it's 3 and 4 schools out of how many schools we have in the city?
120.
We have 120 public schools here. So I am going to name the schools that are proficient in math according to California dashboard standards. And these people have worked incredibly hard. So I need you to let them hear it because it should not be as rare as it is. So when you see diamonds in the rough, you cherish it and you look at it. You mean charter. American Indian Public Charter School 2. Thornhill Elementary.
All right, come on up. I is getting her steps in today.
Yes.
Superintendent, she's up here a lot.
But as they're walking up,
You
right?
don't have a new certificate, you just are coming up for another recognition. I'm so sorry, did you want like 5 of those things?
She wants the whole 5 statues.
I know, okay, next year, you can have 5
She wanted the whole-
statues. Good feedback, I accept that, I received that.
It's all good. But these 3 schools, seriously, out of all of our schools, these are the only schools that have met proficiency for Black students in our city. So it's mixed feelings, right? Because that's a big issue. But I want to just honor you 3 for what you were doing. Please continue it. Please continue to apply pressure to your colleagues that do this work because the lives of our kids matter. And when y'all sit next to colleagues, they should look at y'all and feel some kind of way. Because every school should be up here to make sure our kids are numerate. And it's just a problem right now. So thank you so much.
Let's give it up, you mean Thornhill and Ames. All right, great.
Don't go far. One of these schools does not need to go far. I'm gonna do Latinx math qualifications. These are the folks that met the Math California Dashboard Standards. So you mean?
Come on.
Come on back, Beyonce. Come
Stacy's
on.
getting those
Fine.
steps in today.
Montclair Elementary, Crocker Highlands Elementary, and Chabot Elementary.
All right. Yeah, we're good. Let's give a big woo woo for our schools where Latino students are thriving and meeting the California standard for math. Can we have more than 4 next year? Please, can we do that? Can we do that next year? All right, I mean, you guys, yes, but let's come on. Thank you so much, congratulations. Recognizing big improvement is really important. Double digits, friends, double digits, let's do it.
You got it.
Improvement in math for Black students. Redwood Heights Elementary, 20% improvement, yes. Ames College Prep High, 17%. Carl B. Monk, 15%. Thornhill, 15%. Glenview Elementary, come back up here, 11%. And Francophone Charter School of Oakland, congratulations, come on up. I am so proud of this team. Let's give it up for our high improving students, the schools for Black students in math. We want to see more. We want to see everybody in this room up here next year.
Absolutely.
Beautiful. Just stay.
Yeah.
Just stay. I know. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna call it the next day. All right. That's right. So high improvement for Latino students. Where is Oakland Unity Middle? 20% gains. What? Redwood Heights Elementary, don't go anywhere. You are still up here. And Ames College Prep High, don't go anywhere. Come on back. Let's give it up. There is a small school in Deep East Oakland that is hitting its stride. Give it up for Oakland Unity Middle, Ames College Prep, and Redwood Heights doing that. Congratulations. And we just got up on time. We did that. Give it up to these beautiful leaders. Thank you so much for your very, very hard work every day. That was fun.
It was.
That was fun, but you know what? We got to do better.
Oh no, we definitely have to do better. But listen, everybody in this room has power. Everybody in this room has a voice. Everybody in this room needs to demand quality for your kids. Listen, man, this is not just about an award. It's not just about what a test says. It's about what those things indicate. And what we can indicate is who's going to be able to live in this city. What we can indicate is who are we building houses for? What we can indicate is how many of our young people are they building jails for? What we can indicate is I was a student in here 20 years ago, and it was a Black majority, and now we are losing our Black community here. We are raising students that can't afford to live in their city. So it's not just the fact that they didn't get on this stage. It's what are we preparing our kids to be able to do? And are we gonna take responsibility and accountability for that? So you all should demand to see more people up here next year.
Are you with Charles? Let me hear y'all.
I get a little mad, I'm sorry. I'm a little angry.
You know, but you gotta be.
I got you.
It's healthy anger, and we gotta do better. I'm actually really excited. We're gonna bring up an amazing youth leader from FIA, from Lionel Wilson Prep. I'm gonna embarrass her. I think I am gonna embarrass her because I always introduce her this way. But she is such an amazing leader. She's gonna tell her own story. But Aranza Curiel is heading out from the Deep East to Stanford University in the fall. Give it for Aranza. Yes.
Good evening, everyone. As you guys know, they already introduced me. I'm Aranza Curiel. I'm a senior at Lionel Wilson, and so far I have been proudly leading our renewal campaign, and I would like to give a huge shout out to FIA that has enabled me to become a better president and stronger advocate for my community. So, to continue, this year, our Raising the Bar schools were busy. These schools have led over 40 student and parent-led workshops, talking to over thousands of students and parents. So, with that, I want to give a huge shout out to all the schools that were involved in the process of making this workshop happen and committing to raising the bar. So, thank you.
Lady. What's up? All right. So this category is really important. These schools, we're about to call them up shortly. They stepped up to the plate last year. Through our research, what we found out is school leaders don't really know how to talk to families or necessarily to students about their own A through G eligibility. And these schools have stepped in to make sure that youth have the knowledge, they have the skills to self-advocate. We're gonna reach over 1,200 students through our youth-led workshops this year. That's what Aranza was referring to. These are the schools that said, I want that. I wanna make sure our youth are teaching each other and have the tools in their hand so that when they read that transcript and say, wait, I got a D, I know I need to actually make that up. I know I need to get that up so that we're not shutting the door on folks' college dreams. So get ready. We are ready to acknowledge our Raise the Bar A through G schools, schools that are doing the right practices to put the power in our youth's hands so that they can be college eligible. Can you give it up and welcome up to the stage Ames College Prep High School, Alternatives in Action, Arise High School, Aspire, Lionel Wilson College Prep, Baytech, Envision, LPS, Lighthouse, Community High, Madison Park, Oakland High School, Oakland Unity High School, Oakland Unity Middle, and Oakland Technical High School. Give it up, high school leaders. We are so proud of you empowering your young people to lead and teach one another. Let's give it up for our Raise the Bar A through G schools, everybody. Wonderful. All right. Thank you for modeling those practices. We're going to scale those across our city. And the same is actually true for some of our other K-12 schools. These schools last year, we released a report. Have you scanned the QR code? Did you get your report yet? Read your report? Last year, we released the report and we said, school leaders, will you stand with us and make sure your parents understand this data? Will you make sure every single parent not only understands your school data, but how their own child is doing? Isn't that just the right of a parent to understand where their child is in reading and math relative to grade level? Yes. And then finally, making sure parents have something to do about it, that they can partner with you at home to help their kids get up to grade level and beyond. So these schools, I kid you not, we were like, who's gonna raise the bar? And I swear these schools, they like jumped, they like leaped out of their seats. You were one of them. And so we wanna celebrate you because you have been hard at work this year. What you've been doing is, next slide, please. What you've been doing is making sure parents understand their data. Some of you are literacy schools, but you are, oh, sorry. Some of you can You are doing incredible practices around your data and partnering with families. Can you give it up for Cox Academy? Come on. Learning with limits. Community School for Creative Education. Come on up. Where is Kip Bridge, Lazier, Achieve Academy? Hoover Elementary, where are you? Lone Star and Ascend, raising the bar and partnering with families. Keep it coming, keep it coming. Come on up. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's give it up for these
Come up the
schools that
stairs slowly and grab my hand.
we cannot lose any of these good people.
I got you.
Partnering with families. I can't even, I do want to point out, we have documented their practices. Please go look at these different boards around the room. These schools are doing phenomenal things to partner with families so every family can be a true partner in their kids' education. Give it up for our Raise the Bar Schools 2024. Congratulations. Please take a school picture at the photo wall if you have not already. Remember this night. Keep on keeping on. And you too can take action. We need to get our you know what, Charles? I want to have you introduce the next generation.
Next generation.
Kimmy and Charles have been doing this work a long time.
We have.
But we've been bringing up a next gen, haven't we?
We have. I am so proud of the two gentlemen that I'm about to bring up. I've known both of them for a long time. They had the pleasure of training them in some capacity, and they work so hard, and they have such a love for Oakland and such a love for students, and they really helped put this whole thing together and have been working their tails off. When I bring these people up, I really need them to hear it. I really need them to hear it because I want our young people to understand how we show love when they do the things and show up for their city. So are y'all in agreement with me? Can y'all help me with that? All right, man. With that being said, I want to bring up my brothers, Marquise Evans and Javi, baby. Come on up, man.
What's going on, everybody? We just celebrated some amazing schools, so let's make some noise real quick. So the reason I'm up here, right, Marquise is up here, and Kimmy kind of talked a little bit about it already, but last year during our last award ceremony, we made a couple of schools stand up, right? And these schools were the ones that really did the work this academic year, right? So a big shout out to all those schools. Make some noise for all those schools because they put in some work. Now, what I'm gonna have y'all do right now is if you just received an award for raising the bar for A through G, and you want to recommit to do it this upcoming year, I need you to stand up real quick for me. Go ahead and stand up and recommit. Most of these people now, they're the ones who are committed to raising the bar. All right, y'all been walking all day, so I'm gonna have y'all sit down. I'm gonna give y'all a chance to rest real quick. Now, we have some new schools up here. We have some new of our district schools up here, which is honestly amazing. We love it that y'all here. And I wanna give you guys the opportunity this time to commit for the first time ever. So if you want to commit to doing our A through G work, which has to do with student-led workshops, where students are building that agency within them to do these workshops themselves, or doing some of the work around our Raise the Bar. I need you to stand up if you're a new school and you want to commit for this year. If you want to commit for this year, I need you to stand up. Stand up if you want to commit for this year to Raise the Bar. We got one, which is awesome. I love it. We got some new schools here. We're gonna have to go up to y'all and talk to y'all a little bit, right? Because we need more folks to get involved, and that's the reality of it. We have some amazing schools that are doing it, but that's not enough. So I appreciate you, and we'll get more folks up here next year, hopefully.
Peace and blessings, everybody. I'm Keith Evans. I just accomplished my first fear of not falling on these stairs today. But I'm Keith Evans. I'm the program manager of Energy Converters, and I'm also the dean of culture at Kip King Collegiate High School. So pretty much, just to reiterate what Javi just said, my call to action is for those people who receive those awards is to continue on doing the amazing work that y'all are doing, and also implementing those systems that hold adults accountable to doing their actual job. We live in this education experience, but sometimes we cater to people's feelings over the actual needs of our scholars. Oh yeah, y'all can snap it up. You can snap for that. Oh yeah. So my call to action is for our educators to be receptive to feedback as well too, so we can continuously elevate our practice, so we can elevate our education experience for our scholars that we see in the crowd today. And for our parents, just continue on doing what y'all are doing, because it takes a dope individual to come to an amazing event like this on a school night and then have to go home to prepare your kids to be up in the morning to be at school tomorrow. So let's give a hand clap to those parents that are in the building today. And my call to action for my scholars. I actually had two of my former amazing fifth grade scholars in the building. For my scholars, take ownership of your own education experience. You cannot leave your education experience in the hands of adults. Your parents love you, your family love you, many other people love you, but nobody's gonna care about your pathway to success more than you are. So my call to action is for y'all to take ownership of your education with energy converters. What we do is through energy converters, we activate agency through our scholars. We train our scholars to be agentic warriors and to take ownership of their education experience. So I encourage any scholars to go throughout those double doors. There's a table in the back. Please scan that code in the back to lift your voice in our 2024 Oakland Scholar Voice Report. And I'm going to go ahead and pass this thing off to Javi so he can introduce our next. Oh, what's up? Oh, yes, sir. And you receive a little stipend as well, too, for that as well, too. So if you're a scholar, please go to the back, leave your information, and scan that code. Thank you.
Make some noise for energy converters and Marquise Evans. Awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it on to two of our amazing field leaders. One of my leaders who is a youth leader with, from Oakland Community High School who has done many work, right? And also a big shout out to Katya, who's also going to come up here, who is one of our parents from Oakland Community High School and Greenleaf Elementary. Please welcome them up here, y'all.
Hola, buenas tardes. Mi nombre es Katia Caballero. Soy madre de Camila, que estudia en segundo grado en Greenwich, y Cristian en 10º grado en Greenwich High School. Soy de México, en donde gracias al enorme esfuerzo de mis padres pude terminar mi licenciatura en educación preescolar. Soy la única de mis 3 hermanos que pudo concluir mis estudios. Yo quiero para mis hijos eso mismo. Los quiero ver graduados y felices por siempre. Sé que dificultades se les presentarán, pero por eso soy madre líder en FIA. Porque al haber participado en los diferentes institutos y foros de candidatos, he adquirido mucha información sobre aspectos de la educación en Oakland, brindándome el poder para exigir que las estadísticas mejoren y nuestros hijos reciban lo que necesitan y merecen. Agradezco el poder que me ha brindado FIA, porque he podido compartir todo lo aprendido con padres y personal de la escuela que tienen la misma meta que yo. Además, puedo ser un ejemplo para mis hijos, brindándoles la experiencia de luchar por sus sueños. Deseo ver a mis hijos fuertes, empoderados, empáticos, resilientes y valientes. Quiero que el único límite sea el cielo.
I'm going to go ahead and translate that for you folks. Hello, good evening. My name is Katya Caballero. I am a mother of 2. Camila, who is a second grader in the 10th Greenleaf, and Christian, who is in 10th grade and goes to Oakland Unity High. I am from Mexico, where thanks to the tremendous effort of my parents, I was able to finish my bachelor's degree in preschool education. I am the only one of my 3 siblings who was able to complete their studies. I want to give my kids the same opportunity. I want to see them graduate and be happy. I know that they will face difficulties, but that's why I am a parent leader with FIA. to participate in various institutes and candidate forums. I have gained a lot of information about education in Oakland, which gives me the power to demand what students need to improve and that they receive what they need and deserve. I am grateful for the platform that FIA has provided me because I have been able to share everything I learned with parents and school staff. Additionally, I want to be an example for my children and show them how to fight for their dreams. I want to see my children strong, empowered, empathetic, resilient, and brave. I want only the sky to be the limit.
Thank you so much, Katya, for sharing your testimony. I love the energy that I saw tonight in this room, you know, making history in this room. But before we close off, I want to introduce a little bit about myself. So my name is Mariela Jimenez, and I am a senior at Oakland Community High School. And as Javi said, I've been a youth leader with FIA for a couple years now, and I've been continuously motivated by the passion I see within this organization, always taking steps to truly reform the education system so that all students receive the quality education they so rightfully deserve. My inspiration also stems from my own education journey as I will soon enter college. I'm very thankful for the opportunities I received along the way because I'm lucky to have received them. However, I know that unfortunately, many of my Black and brown peers are constantly failed by the system, limiting their opportunities. So I strive to eliminate that disparity as all students deserve equal opportunity no matter what.
Estamos a punto de concluir nuestra cuarta ceremonia anual de premios Rey de Bar. Nuevamente queremos agradecer a todos por venir esta noche. Gracias a nuestros padres, estudiantes, educadores, miembros de la comunidad y nuestros funcionarios electos. También queremos asegurarnos de que todos escaneen el informe digital antes de partir. Queremos que todos y cada uno de ustedes lo compartan con líderes de su comunidad. Es importante que todos conozcamos esta información porque así podremos concentrarnos en elevar el listón para nuestros estudiantes en Oakland. Gracias a todos.
So we're now about to wrap up our fourth annual Raise the Bar award ceremony. Let's give a hand. Let's give a little whoop whoop. Again, we want to thank everyone for coming out tonight. Thank you for our parents, students, educators, community members, and our elected officials. We also want to make sure that everyone scans the digital report before we go. We want each and every single one of you guys to share it with leaders from your community. It's important that we all know this information because then we can all focus towards raising the bar for our Oakland students. Thank you. Shout out to the team who made this this event possible. Shout out to Coach ST for the amazing mocktails. Finally get to know Oakland Promise, Energy Converters, and Agency by Design. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you.